So in this video, what I'd like to do is I'd like to go over through some problem solving with you. This is meant to prep you for the upcoming quiz and midterm, and hopefully this helps out. I'm also going to be providing you with some study sheets on the Canvas if you haven't already seen them. So let's go through these. So these are from old quizzes. First one is calculate the total case incidence rate for the totals above. And so what we have here are the column totals for a 300 log. We've got the hours here at 2 million. So the total case incidence rate is H plus I plus J times by 200,000 divided by the hours worked. So I'm just going to try and, so this is the total case incidence rate. It's equal to 3 plus 12, which is 15, plus 30, which is 45. 45 times, this is really weird, sorry. 200, I'm going to say K, divided by 2 million, which I'm going to say 2,000, which is be 2,000 K, right? 2,000 K. And I say that because then I can cross out the Ks, and that's 200. And I could also cross out two more of these. So 2 times 45 is 90. 90 divided by 20, right? Cross those out. So it is 4.5. That is the total case incidence rate. And it's 4.5 cases, I'll try to write it out, per 100 FTE, full-time equivalency. Sorry, I can't write with my, I wish I had a stylus. So let's go to the next one, the DART. So the DART incidence rate is just H and I. DART is equal to H and I, which is 15, and then times by 200,000 divided by that. And it's also, if you look at it, it's 1/3 of it. So it'll be 1/3 of that, which is 1.5, I believe. So if you got rid of that and that, it would be 15 times 2, which is 30, divided by 20, which is 1.5. So it's 1.5 DART cases. So days away restricted transfer cases per 100 FTE. All right, so let's go to the next one. Next one, calculate the total case incidence rate, show your work. So what I have here is I've got Beard Labor Statistics summary up here. The company is within this code, and so here's the code to compare it to. Calculate the company total case incidence rate with the hours work being, I think that's supposed to be 1,500,000. So we've got 11 plus 18 is 29, plus 15 is 44. Do that in my head again, it is 44. So it'd be 44 times by the 200,000 divided by the 1.5 million. I wish this was easier. So I can cancel out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can cancel out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's just 15. 2 times 44 is 88 divided by 15. So off the top of my head, I obviously cannot do that. You might be able to. Good on you if you can do that. And you got to bring up a calculator on my phone. 88 divided by 15 equals 5.87. 5.87. The DART, again, is the H and I, so it is 29. 29 times the 200,000 divided by it. So I could just take 2 times that, which is 58, divided by 15. Let's see what that is. 58 divided by 15 is 3.87. 3.87. Next question is, what is the company no lost time, lost time? Well, it's J versus H and I. So it is 15 to 29. So it's not 1 to 1. So it's almost a 1 to 2, which is bad. That means they're under recording the J. That should be much higher. Now, if I was to compare this to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, I've got the numbers right here, so it's much easier. So my total case for the company is 5.87. For the industry, it's 4.4. So I am greater than, so I'm greater than that. For the DART, it's 3.87, 3.9. I'm actually pretty much equal to it. But then their no lost time is 0.5. So I'll have to double that. To 3.9. Wow. So they're actually a 1 to 7.8. So that's actually, wait, I did that wrong, didn't I? It's 0.5. So it'd be, yeah, so it would be 1. So it's a lot more. Yeah, so it's bad. It's very bad. So it's 1 to 8 basically. So I'm actually more honest than my peers here. My DART rate is about equal, and I have a greater total case. So if you were to ask me, how am I doing versus my peers? I'm doing a little bit better, just slightly better because of even though this is bad, it's better than my peers, and because the DART rate is pretty equal or right below. So I'm doing as good, if not just slightly better. That's how you'd answer that question. Okay. The next one, what does the incidence rate represent? Well, it represents the number of cases per 100 full-time equivalency. And the type of incidence rate indicates the type of cases. Calculate the total case incidence rate. So it is 3 plus 3 is 6 plus 15 is 21. 21 times 200,000 divided by 500,000. I'll let you do that one. The DART rate is 3 plus 3, because it's H&I, times by 200,000 divided by the hours, 500,000. Calculate the no lost time. It is J, which is 15. I'll write that out, though, because I don't want to do too much other calculations, to 3 plus 3, to 6. The lowest common denominator between these is 3, so I could divide each side by the same amount. That would bring it down to a 5 to 2. It's actually better than the 1 to 1, so it's not great, but it's not doing too horrible compared to what we've seen. The next is, what is the total case incidence rate for all industries, including all government? This is all industries, including government. So the total case incidence rate, total recordable cases, see, it's incidence rates, total recordable cases, it's 3.1. Sorry, that missed there. What is the DART incidence rate for this group here? So we're just looking at this group here. Well, the cases with days away, restricted and transfer, it's all of them. So it's not individually broken out. So it's 1.7. Because remember, this matching up to the 300 log is H, and this is I, and this is J. But it's in incidence rates for whatever it's broken into. This is everything. Which of the following has the no lost time ratio? I don't know what it's asking for. For private industry, which is right here, it is 1.3 to 1.6. That's the DART. For state government, which is right here, it's 1.7. That's the other recordable. 1.7 to 1.9. It's the DART, which is H and I. So this is H and I, this is HIJ. What's the local government? 2.8 to 2.4. So the only one that has above the 1 to 1 is local government. So that seems to be a more honest reporting, even though it's not great. And it looks like private industry and state, both have issues with it. And I think the private industry is just a little bit more. Next one. The question is, compare the incidence rates and no lost time ratios for NAICS 113, which is right here, to 1153. 1153 is right here. It's at the bottom. So compare. Which one's more dangerous? Well, let's do the total case incidence rate. So this is 3.5. This is 5.8. So this is greater. The DART is 2.9 to 1.4. This is greater. The no lost time ratio, for this one, it's 0.6 to 2.9, which is not good. This one is 4.4 to 1.4. So more honest reporting. It has a lower dart rate. So I would say this is safer and this is more dangerous. The force and logging, this is more dangerous. So which one's more dangerous and why? The 113, because it has over twice the dart and the no lost time ratio is really poor. That's what I'd say for that one. Here's another one. Compare 481, which is right here, to 9492. Okay, I'm getting really high on time here. So, and this is the last one. Okay, and then 493. And so compare incidence rates. So we'll rank them from best to worst. How does that sound? 6.2, 7.6, 5.1. So best, second, third. Let's go dart now. And this is best, second, third. Because I'm comparing that number, that number. Now, if we do the no lost time ratio, up here we are a 1 to 5 1. Not good. A 1 to 5 basically. Here we are a 1.6 to 6. Again, not good. But a 1 to 4. 1 to 5, 1 to 4. How's this one? 1.2 to a 3.9. About a 1 to 3. Well, that one's better. And this is the lowest of all the three. So I would say this is the least dangerous. The most dangerous would have to be the 3. Even though that's a 1 to 5 and that's a 1 to 4, the dart rate is higher here. So is the TCIR. This is a little bit, this is a little bit better. But I would say the couriers and messengers would be the answer to the most dangerous based on what I was given here. So this went longer than I thought, but hopefully this helps you with the study sheets. With the study sheets do have answer keys to them, but you'll need to do these calculations for the quiz and definitely for the midterm. In the next section, I believe I'm going to get into a little bit more in depth on how to use Excel to solve the 300 logs and then compare it to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. That's when I'll bring you to the Bureau of Labor Statistics.